I don't know, like somehow this car hit the back of that car. I'm not too sure how, but he's gonna go wide, like a nice wide turn. Everybody, engine 24 responding to the motor vehicle crash. This is Eldon, and Bolden Ave. Bolden Ave in Dorchester. I'm not too sure how or what happened here, but they'll figure it out somehow, some way. I don't know if they were like, I don't know. You can't be gaining too much speed going uphill, or you shouldn't gain too much speed going uphill. It's kind of hard to say. It doesn't seem like it's anything serious, but it is what it is.
Ladder 7, a dumpster fire, Thornley Street, and Dorchester Avenue, Dorchester. Ladder 7, a dumpster fire, Thornley Street, and Dorchester Avenue, Dorchester. Nearest box 1841 Dorchester Avenue, Victoria Street, 1923. Engine 22, enter known medical, 255 Northampton Street, Roxbury. Engine 22, enter known medical, 255 Northampton Street, Roxbury.
Maybe they were following too close.
211 Northampton and Tremont Street, 1923.
From 423 West Broadway to Andrew Station, starting mileage 975.
Possible. I know they didn't fix this right here. Cable TV needs to come out, and that's gonna cave in if they don't fix that right. That's kind of dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if they get a call that caved in later on during the month. That is pretty.
202, yes, what do you got?
Yeah, that's pretty serious.
Got a female apparently standing in the parking space so that the cars cannot park. Reasonably of 18 Lion Street.
Alright, we got it on the way.
I don't know, that's. I mean, that needs some attention. It's supposed to be a city of Boston, supposedly, allegedly, somewhere, somehow, some way, somewhere, a city of Boston employee. Watch all my videos? Am I doing a good job, bad job?
I finally see you in person.
Oh, you see me in person?
Yeah, right. The first time I see you.
I hear you, my man.
That's my cousin right there.
That's your cousin?
Yeah.
Everybody, the good thing everybody's okay. That's the most important thing. I don't know what happened. It looked like that car hit the back of that car, but
Yeah, then she ran.
she ran?
Yeah, and then he got in front of her, and she stopped right there.
Oh shoot, that's not good. Yeah, I was gonna say, how can that happen? Because you're coming uphill. You shouldn't be going too fast in the first place. That's, I don't know. That's weird. And so they left the car like that?
Oh, I don't know.
That's crazy.
There?
I don't see nobody over there unless they're in the ambulance.
There's that guy right there, standing right there. I don't know.
Oh shoot. But still, how do you get the back of somebody?
Looking around, not braking.
Not paying attention.
Is it going on you? On
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube. Yeah, you want to say something? You can say anything. You don't have to be on camera, but you can say anything you want to say. You know, you can say, peace, love, everybody, happiness.
Be safe out here.
Be safe. There you go.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
The radio?
Yeah.
I hear the radio, and the radio is talking to me.
Yeah, I try to just report what I see. I can't add to it or take away from it. I only can report what I see.
Yep.
Like these two cars about to hit each other right here. Them
That's crazy.
them two. They about to. They're about to
They
take
don't know how
you.
to drive.
Yeah. No, that's true. A lot of people, the license is.
I don't even know how to get it.
I don't know how to get the license either. Like if they had to take the test the way I took the test, they probably wouldn't pass.
When?
And when I took my test and I was 18, so we're looking at about almost 43 years ago.
So it was harder back then?
It was a little harder because
Yeah.
you really had to do an actual road test. Now it's like I don't think they do a road test. Just park. No, they don't even park.
Parallel.
No, they don't even parallel park. They just drive and go. And then they might do a left and a right and I don't think they even do a 3-point turn.
Yep.
So it's just what it is. I mean, they don't tell you to park, parallel park. They don't tell you to reverse.
Let me see the damage.
Yeah, do your thing, my man.
Engine 22.
Like I said, I don't know how this crash happened. Allegedly, the white car hit the black car coming uphill.
Engine 22.
And if the black car is in the spot that it's in, that means the white car came too close in the first place. Like I said, it looked like there's no serious damage to anyone, no injuries, but just gotta be careful. You guys gotta be careful. Gotta be careful out there. The cars don't look like they need a tow. They look like they're both drivable. So, like I said, there's no serious damage. There is, probably some front bumper damage. Without seeing the whole entire vehicle. The most important thing, just be safe, When you're driving and you see a person in front of you, just slow down. Give yourself adequate space. Because you never know what that person's going to do. Especially on a hill, because cars tend to roll backwards on hills. So you want to give yourself adequate space to maneuver around. I guess he's showing damage on the other side of the car. On that side. That song you're hearing, that's the community rail at the Fields Corner community rail station. I don't think they put anybody in the ambulance, at least it doesn't appear to be. One thing, the city needs to fix that. I don't know if you even call that a pothole. That whole thing has to be dug up and leveled off the right way. So that's more than a pothole. Like I was saying, the city of Boston is supposed to have someone that checks the streets and allegedly supposed to check all the streets, make sure there's no imperfections and all that kind of stuff. Like even when they're street cleaning the street cleaner operator, he's supposed to report that if he sees that. I mean, look at this guy. He's coming right towards that car. Let's give you a view of what we have here. They're coming nose to nose with each other, right? So they got a couple of cars behind them, so they can't back up because it's like 3 cars in a row. And keep in mind, when you're coming up the street, if you're going around that ambulance, you're actually on the wrong side of the road, so you have the onus of being safe. The other cars going down, they're in their correct lane, but when you come up like that, you're in their lane, so that's why you got to keep being cautious of that. Whenever you come to somebody else's lane, they have the right of way, not you. Just so you know. This young lady's trying to cross the street, and then they're not even stopping for. Look at that. They're not even trying to stop for her at all. They don't even care. They really don't even care at all. They don't. The slightest bit of them is it's more important to them to get to where they're going than someone's safety of getting across the street. Maybe the city should offer people a free driving course. Maybe Mayor Wu should with all the money they spend on stuff that they don't need to spend money on, like bike lanes and everything else. How about investing that same money you spend on bike lanes and giving the residents or citizens of city of Boston, a free driving course, and show them the do's and don'ts of the road and give them a certificate of passing, a safe driving, class, and that they understand the rules of the road and everything, and give them a dash cam so they can put it in their car while they drive around. And how about promote stuff like that, so that way you don't have more accidents? Mayor Wood, I don't know why you don't do that. You got the money out there. You got city councils taking about $7,000 to $10,000 worth of money and using it for their own leisure.
478 call, I can go in.
And if you get that much money to spend, you could at least put about 10 to 15 people per week in a class, to send them out some training, show them how to change tires, all that good stuff. All that safe driving stuff that people need to know. Matter of fact, if you reach out to some of these driving schools, some driving schools might even volunteer. And they might even volunteer some hours just to train people. And they had a call. WBZ had a thing on the radio, I think a couple of days ago, and they were saying how the politicians only come out around election time, and you don't see. I mean, at one point you should see them come out to the areas of concern. They don't even show their faces no more. They don't even send a representative out. That's how bad it is. At one point you see Kevin Hayden come out. The police commissioner will come out. Mayor Wu will come out every so often. Now, that's like a shot in the dark. And most likely you're going to miss to see them come out. Right now, that's enough to really see. Those cars look like they're both drivable, so they're probably not going to be a tow. Just a small fender bender. I don't know if I can get on it. Maybe I might go on the other side to show you if there's any damage on the other side before I head up out of here. Like I said, right now, it looks like no one seriously injured. Maybe a couple of bumps and bruises.
Engine 48, ladder 28, a central station alarm, 44 Maple Street, Hyde Park. Engine 48, ladder 28, a central station alarm, 44 Maple Street, Hyde Park. Nearest box 3752 Maple Street, NR Pine Street, 1935.
Sure, we're going to be L20 Rift times 2. My starting mileage is 110218. Copy. Back to the base.
Yeah, they need to fix that. I mean, we pay a lot of taxpayer money and excise tax for the street not to look like that. The one thing about Mayor Menino, he used to have a pothole crew, and And then within 24 hours, he would have a pothole crew out here. All you do is report it, or they'll find it, and they would fix those potholes like almost instantly. I don't know if you guys can see it. When a car runs over that thing, that whole thing, let's see if I can get another image of when a car runs over that. That whole thing kind of pops up in the air. That whole thing kind of pops up in the air when a car runs over it. You really can't see that one, but if you catch a tire going the other way, the whole thing kind of...
Can I have you message at one of the teams got sprayed with pepper spray?
We got it. 335 415. EMS for pepper spray.
Non-viable patient. Non-viable patient.
4330, here 415.
I think he hit his passenger side on the driver's side rear. I think that's what happened. Maybe he got the blunt of the crash. Well, he don't have that much damage either, though.
4330. Contact.
He don't have a lot of damage, maybe a little bit. Alright guys, I'm gonna give it a head up out of here. Just want to show you a little. You really can't see that one either. Alright guys, catch you guys on the next one.